What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Question: who controls you? Do your enemies and do the people who I wouldn't refer to them as enemies, but sometimes you just have oppositions in your life. You have people that you don't really mix with. You have people who don't really like you, and they say things about you, or they try to do little things to prevent you from advancing. Whatever the case is, do those people control you? And the reason why I ask this question is because a lot of times once we discover that these people exist, once we discover that these people are doing the things they're doing, saying the things they're saying, even thinking the way that they're thinking, then we make the mistake of starting to focus a lot of our mental energy on them, worried about what they thinking and saying and doing and telling other people about them. You're talking about them to other folks and why they doing this and they better not do this, and you start to give them a lot of your energy, and that is a form of control. That is a form of them controlling you, and they're basically controlling you remotely because they're not always around when you're having these thoughts. They're not always around when they are generating this aggravation in you, and they're generating these feelings of anger and frustration in you, and sometimes hurt, because it may be somebody that you actually was cool with. It may be somebody that you actually was acquainted with or in a relationship with, or a family member, some along those lines, that just showed themselves to not be who you thought that they were. So in that regard, every time that you direct your mind towards them hating on you or plotting against you or whatever it is they may be doing or that you think that they're doing, you are being controlled by them. Um, I talked about a while back how you have to use it like being on an airplane. For those of you who ever flown on a plane, the higher up you get, the less visible, detailed things become. You can't see people on the ground anymore. You can't even see houses and cars on the ground anymore. You're so high up, you just see patches of land. You just see land itself, and that's it. But as you come back down, which is equivalent to coming back down to their level, as you come back down, all of these things start to come into view. But when you're elevating, you don't see that stuff. So the goal is to keep elevating. The goal is to keep rising and growing um, for yourself. And as you grow, you are focused and concentrated on the things that make you better and the things that improve your life. And those other little bitty things become microscopic. They become invisible, which over time they become insignificant. We make things significant based on how much thought we give to them. And the funny part is that, man, these people, they have no effect on you, especially words. Somebody just talking, they're just talking, they're just talking. And if you reveal a weakness, and what I mean that this particular weakness, the weakness of showing an opposition or an enemy that what they say about you actually gets under your skin, if they see that, then they going for their weakness every time. See, it's like a boxer. Muhammad Ali used to box, man, all the time, and he would he would pop people in the same spot. And if you start to get a cut over your eye, a good boxer is gonna keep hitting you on that cut because he wants to open it more and more and more. He wants to open that wound once they recognize that the opponent is wounded, and they'll stop you by opening their wound. Never let anybody see a wound that you may have, an internal wound that you may have in your mind and in your heart. even if it's there. I don't even think the wound should be there. I don't even think you should care. Because why do you care about what an enemy thinks about you? It's why he or she is your enemy. But when you show them, okay, that's what get under their skin. That's what get them. Then you've already lost. So keep that in mind as you move forward, and also keep in mind, man, you got things that you need to get done. You got things to do. We got levels to reach. We got levels to reach. I'm not playing the 2022. We got nine. I'm period. 2022 and beyond, and today, tomorrow, we got work to do. You got greatness to get to. You'll never get to your greatness if you keep allowing yourself to have to stop and say, oh, excuse me a minute, let me go address these haters. Let me comment back to these haters. Let me try to counteract this thing, this post that this person said, or this, man, that's high school, man. Matter of fact, for us, it ain't high school because none of this stuff existed in high school, as far as social media. But the back and forth has always been there. That's a high school mentality, a middle school mentality, as a matter of fact. So us as grown, mature people that are trying to grow into our godhood, hopefully, we got to be bigger than that. Elevate, get on your plane, man. Catch your flight. Catch your flight and make these insignificant people invisible. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And always keep your notifications on. Always keep your notifications on, because again, I gotta throw this out there every now and then. Sometimes people say, man, I don't be knowing when you posting a video, man. I don't be really. Nah, that's because you don't have your notifications on. But some people do, and they still not getting them. So I don't know what's going on. If it's a shadow ban type of thing, I don't know, or just YouTube. A lot of people may go through the same thing. But nevertheless, keep your notifications on so y'all know when I post. And I appreciate all the support that y'all give your big brother on the channel. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace and love.